Well, Superman has his fortress of solitude, and Bruce Wayne, he's got the Bat Cave, and me, the Manzoid, I've got the Manzoid Man Cave, a place I like to sit back, relax, talk about the issues of the day, and I'm so happy to have in the Man Cave, yet again, Toronto Sun ace columnist, Joe the Scrawler Warmington. How you doing, Scrawler?
I'd like to tell you, but I'm still asleep, man. This is nuts being here this early. But it's, you know, at the Man Cave, I just slept on this this rug here, and it was fantastic.
Okay, then. Well, it's
Cuban Karina just left, but that's a different story.
In joke. And now, the bit of a serious topic, though, ladies and gentlemen. This marks the one-year anniversary since you went off to Afghanistan, Joe, to file some incredible columns about the progress of the Allied mission and what's happening in that country.
And footage as well for Sun News Network. And
absolutely. And but you're concerned because all sorts of deadlines have been announced in the meantime. Britain is getting out of Afghanistan next year. In 2014, Canada and the U.S. leave. This is a mistake?
Well, you know what, it's not a mistake if you think only about yourself, but if you've started something, you open a box of chocolates and you leave it there for the flies, and that's exactly what's happened. And you saw with what happened with this young lady in Pakistan, the Taliban targeted her, they worked at it, they hired a hit squad to get her, and now Britain has taken her to England to protect her. But you can imagine all the young girls just like her, there's millions of them in Afghanistan, who are now in school and learning to read and have a chance for a future. I mean, I just don't understand why they're leaving early. I'm not in favor of leaving at all. I think we should stay there until the job is done. If that's 50 years, then that's what it is. I'm not saying in a combat role, but I mean have a presence there to help these people, particularly the young people, because they're going to be targets.
Well, you know, Joe, I tend to agree. There's a saying the Taliban has, the Americans have the watches, we've got the time. So when the Allies set these deadlines of when they're leaving, hey, they can wait. And you're right, they will be back. And let's not forget, and we should be clear about this, we're not over there to have little girls go to school, although that is a fantastic spin-off effect of what's happened. But we were there to extinguish a bunch of rat nests. You know,
well, then what the hell are they doing then? Get to it. I mean, they haven't done that. And what they've done is they've trained them.
Well, they have had progress.
They've had progress, but now there's this insider killing, which is why they're leaving now.
Yeah.
And I was there a year ago, and we've got footage of it, of these guys in training, learning to be police officers and military, and women too. And in these groups, there are people that are double agents. We've armed them and trained them, and they turn on their own people and on our people. And so, you know what, instead of rooting them out and to dealing with that, we're kind of cutting and running, and it's like we don't care about it. I saw General Allen on 60 Minutes, and now I hear he's going to be coming out of Afghanistan, and maybe because of that interview. Listen, we're there, and you know what? We've made great progress, and you know the progress can be seen in the faces of these children, particularly the girls that are going to school. That would not have happened, and we have 158 Canadians and many more allies from NATO countries that have died there for that. That means something to me, and I know it does to you, Manzoid, and to the listeners out there across the country. Many military families watch Manzoid Mornings and all the Sun News Network shows. And we need to remind people that, you know, we started this thing. I'm not saying you leave a full contingent there, but we can't just run and let the Taliban take it over. If we do, it would be one of the greatest disgraces of our lifetime. I just want to say one last thing, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
I know we're in a hurry, but the when I was there, I was with an American colonel, and I looked over the desert. I was in Camp Leatherneck, Camp Bastion, which is where the attack was on the Prince a couple weeks ago. And it's just pure desert, and I noticed the crane and all these cranes and construction. I said, I thought we were pulling out of here in 2014, and the guy laughed, and he goes, just over the other side of that airfield, we're building a new in-and-out lounge kind of thing. He said, what do you think's over there? And I said, I don't know. And he goes, on the other side of that desert, 15 minutes by air, Iran. He goes, there'll be an airfield here. So I don't know what that means, but you know what? Strategically, it's not about the girls going to school. But for Canadian people across the country that lost men and women, it should be about that.
Yeah. Well, you know, we can connect the dots when you have something like the Islamic Republic of Iran going hell-bent towards a nuclear weapon. There's another reason to have a
listen,
force
they have
nearby.
to deal with that. I mean, you're going to wait till they launch it to deal with it?
Well, look at the leadership we're getting out of the White House currently on that file. But you know what, Joe? Always a pleasure.
All right, man.
Thank you for dropping by, Scrawler, and have you back in the man cave real soon. And ladies and gentlemen, keep it tuned right here to Menzoid Mornings. More of the show coming up right after this.